I'm Alberto. I made RCAboard. I just wanted to show you where we started. Yeah, it's a real-time collaborative whiteboard with an AI agent built in. Multiple users can draw simultaneously, and anyone can type a natural language command to create shapes, sticky notes, templates, and organize the board. Everything syncs instantly across all connected clients, and I built this solo in 6 days with Cursor and Claude as my AI coding assistants. As you saw in the very beginning, where it started, I scaffolded the TL Draw multiplayer project on Cloud for Workers, added Superbase auth, and deployed. The canvas worked in local development with real-time drawing, live cursors, persistence through durable objects, but the auth page was completely unstyled. Tailwind classes were in every file, but Tailwind was never actually installed. No errors, no warnings. It was just kind of ugly. And after login, you got dropped into a single hard-coded room with no way to manage boards. But it was a working MVP. Then the hard part, after deploying, the canvas would render for about 5 seconds, then go completely blank. No console errors, no exceptions in the Cloudflare worker logs. Everything worked perfectly on localhost. I went through 13 debugging plans over 3 days. First, I thought it was a React lifecycle issue where the Superbase token refreshes were unmounting the canvas. We fixed that, but it still blanked. Then I built a full telemetry system with DOM observers and lifecycle events, still blanked. But finally, I did what I call a nuclear simplification, where I stripped the room component down to 40 lines of code, just bare TL draw and sync. However, it still blanked. That proved that the bug wasn't in the code. But the breakthrough came from a colleague who hit a similar issue. TL Draw version 4 actually enforces license keys in production, but exempts localhost. That's why local always worked, but deploying to production did not. The fix wasn't just planning a version. I downgraded to TL Draw v3, which meant rewriting the entire durable object backend. V4 uses SQLite persistence. V3 uses R2 bucket snapshots. So it was a completely different architecture. With the canvas stable, I focused on polish. I installed Tailwind v4, redesigned the auth page, and built a full dashboard with board management that included create, rename, delete, navigate between boards. Each board ID maps to a TL draw durable object room, so there's no mapping layers. And I used the Superbase MCP for schema and RLS policies. But yeah, Sunday was a full sprint to add the AI agent. I used Cloudflare's Agents SDK with OpenAI GPT 4.1 Mini. The architecture is client-side execution, so the agent returns tool calls and the front end executes them through the TL Draws Editor API. And the TL Draw sync propagates changes to every connected user. This preserves undo and redo and keeps the canvas as a single source of truth. But Sunday had its own bugs. After adding the agent, all WebSocket connections broke. The agent route handler returned a promise instead of a resolved value. That meant one missing await keyword broke the entire routing change. I fixed that, deployed, and it was still broken. Apparently, the Vite bundler was stripping async await during the production build. I had to rewrite the handler to use explicit promise chaining. Then the AI agent itself was hallucinating. I would say I've added sticky notes to the board, but zero tool calls in the actual API response. I added Cloudflare AI Gateway for observability, which let me see the raw responses. I fixed it with a stricter system prompt and forced tool choice on the first turn. The AI Gateway gave me full visibility into every agent interaction, request and response payloads, tokens usage, latency, whether tools were actually called. This was critical for debugging the hallucination issues, and it's baked into the production system for ongoing monitoring. Thanks for tuning in.